Hello everyone, and thanks for stopping by to Scrap and Craft with Terry. Today we're going to make some window pockets from scraps. I haven't made pockets like this yet, so I thought I would make something like that today. Be something a little bit different. I know it's still just a pocket, but we can always use all kinds of pockets, right? So we're going to go ahead and get started. If you like my video, I just ask that you give me a thumbs up and check out my other ones. So I'm just going to start out first with this piece of paper. And it is cut about 8 7/8. And this is just a leftover piece by 6 inches. So you can make these however big or however small you want them. Depends on what you're putting it in. So now see, this has creases in it, so it's something that I had already creased and decided that I didn't want to use it. So on this end here, I'm just going to fold it. I don't know. Let's see about how much this is. So it's almost a 1/2 inch. So I'm just going to fold it. Try to make sure that I have it almost even, so my pocket comes out fairly even. Yeah, maybe I ought to mark it. I'm not real good at judging stuff like that. So we'll just mark it. And then we'll fold it. So how was everyone's weekend? We went to watch our grandson's baseball game, and partway through it, it got rained out, so. We haven't had oodles of rain lately, but we've had quite a bit again. All right, so there's our 1/2 inch. And then we're just going to fold this over to somewhere around the edge. And then we'll crease it. Now you can bring it all the way out. You can leave it back just a little bit. It doesn't really matter. It's however you want it. Try to even up your edges. Like I say, I have them other creases in there, but I think it'll be just fine. Let's kind of flatten it down a little bit. All right, so now this is about 4 3/16 by the 6. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make a window in it. That's where I haven't done pockets like this before. I'm just going to use my little stamp square. Now you can make your window up. You can make it down. I'm going to try to do it somewhere around in the center. Doesn't have to be exact. Can't see the line on my thing. I have to turn it sideways. That's about 1 7/8. And we can go up just a little. That's about 1 1/2. And that's almost 1 1/2. We'll just put it right in there somewhere. And we'll just let it go at that. Okay. Now all I'm going to do is draw around it. Just so I have my square. You could make it if you had an oval punch, if you had a big round one. You could actually make your window any way you want it. Really, doesn't really matter. I'm just going to poke a hole in the center of it just to make me a starting point. And then I'm going to cut it out. Now you can use your craft knife and cut it out with your craft knife. This is just really kind of as fast. That's not going to be perfect. Any lines that are left over, unless I think they need cut, all I have to do is erase them. Okay, and then I don't know what else I'd use that for, but all right, so we'll erase our lines. And if you have a punch that's big enough that can fit in there, then you wouldn't have to cut it, but I don't. You just cut this little tiny bit right here. Make it look a little more rounded. Well, I don't know if that helped it any, but we're going to leave it. Okay. Then I'm going to ink around it just a little bit. And I'm using Cottage Ivy. It's a little bit brighter green, but I think it'll stand out. And if you don't want to ink, you don't have to. You can do whatever you want. Got a little bit more on right there than what I wanted, but that'll do. After I get it glued together, then I can ink around the outside. Now, what I'm going to try to do is use this lace, and I can't remember if this was cut out of I think it was like a little shawl or something. What I want to do is I want to glue this over here, but this is a little bit thicker of a fabric. And I have to make for sure that my tag is going to slide down in there. Try to just fold this crease back a little bit. Problem when you crease the paper is sometimes you can't get rid of that crease. But that's what I want to try to do. I'm not going to glue real far out around it. I want to cut as much of the excess off as I can. And if I can't slide my tag down in it, then we'll have to put something else over it. But that's what I'm shooting for. I want it to look fancy because this just looks all lacy and everything, looks fancy. So we'll see. And I'm gluing it down with my Fabri-Tac. I just have to make for sure, especially at the top, that I don't have any of it sticking up. Because if it's sticking up, then the tag for sure won't go down by it. I'm just going to glue a little at a time. probably should have my glue paper underneath it. And I don't want to stretch it really, really tight, but I have to stretch it a little bit so it lays down flat. Then I'll have to make sure my glue dries before I fold it together. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, I think that's pretty. That would be pretty. So hopefully it'll work. So let me try to trim some of the excess off. How about you guys? Have you made the window pockets and put lace or anything in them? A little bit more. Okay. I think that's dry now. We can try it. So, oh, I think that'll be pretty. So now, we can go ahead and glue our pocket shut. We're only going to glue down this side and across the bottom. And hopefully that'll lay down nice and flat. And you can just check to see if you have to trim anything off. There we go. Okay. Now I already have the tags made. This paper is just like leaves and that, and I thought it was really pretty. Thought it went good with the background. And you guys know how to make tags, so, oh, and that slides down in there nice. Oh, I like that. Now you can make your tag however long or however short you want it. I made this one to be a little bit taller tag. This one is 7 1/8 by 4. And we can see what it would look like on this Make sure it's going down in there all the way. Yeah, it is. On this little faux journal page. So if you wanted it shorter, you could glue it in where it would be shorter. If you wanted a nice big tag, then you can make it bigger. Now if you glue it over by the side, you could also just glue here, here, and here, and you would have this side tuck, and that would make you an extra pocket. Or you can glue these three sides and have an extra pocket up here. This would make you a pretty wide pocket, and it could go in there. I think if I was going to do it, I would glue, but you can do however you want, and I would put it in on the side. But I think that's pretty. Now, just to decorate it a little bit, this is one of them little ephemera things that I made in one of my videos. Let me see. Do I want it up there or do I want this up there? It's the little things. And we'll put that down there. I think we'll do it like that. Okay, glue, edge laying down. And I had went around this one with the coffee. I think I'll just leave it like that. And I think before I glue this on, I'll just ink around the outside real quick. So this would be a great mass make, and you can put the windows in, or you don't have to put the windows in. And gluing it with like that 1/2 inch folded under, that just gives you more room in your pocket. So it will go down in, you know, nice. And then I'm just going to glue this on. I'll bring this up so it doesn't stick down below the pocket. I'll just glue here and here and kind of let them be loose. If you didn't see this video, check it out. It was a good scrap buster also. Make sure I didn't put it where it didn't belong. And then them being loose like that won't bother a thing. So that's our first one, and I think that's cute. And then you can see the, oh, you know what? I was supposed to put this in there. I was supposed to put this in there. Maybe I can glue it and slide it down in there. I got in too big of a hurry, didn't I? Yes, I did. Let me just cut this off. Wonder if I could pull this apart. No, I don't think so. On the next one, I'll put the little piece in like I'm supposed to. I'll just see if I can add some glue and put this down in there. And that is so when your pocket is out, when your tag is out, you can see a background. So, let me see. Nah, I better not do that. Maybe I'll just put some glue stick on it and kind of slide it down in there that way. Make sure I have my flowers up the way they belong. Well, it's Monday, what can I say? There's my blooper for the day. Hopefully that's the only blooper, right? See, when you're crafting, everything doesn't always go right. Okay, so let's slide that down in there. Just a little bit more. There we go. Now we'll see if we can flatten that out. Okay, so now when your tag is not in there, you can see the flowers behind it. So you have floral paper in there, and it doesn't have to fit from top to bottom, side to side, just so it's around your window. And then when you slide your tag in, that's covered up. Now hopefully that goes down in there like it's supposed to. So there we go. Slide it out and you have the flowers, and then slide it back in. So I like that. I think that's cute. And like I say, if you didn't want your tag that tall, all you have to do is cut it down some. All right. Now on the next one, I had already cut out my window, because you see me cut the first one. I just used this little ink pad thing, block, the ink block. I put it on there, drew around it. I cut it out the same way as I did the other one. And this one is seven and an eighth by it's almost 3 7/8. Then I folded this in. Now you can fold this in however far you want. So the finished size of this is about 3 3/8 wide. So now I'm going to glue this behind my window, and I'm going to leave this window open. I'm not putting any paper or anything behind this. So we'll just put glue around our window. You can put vellum around it. You can put lace like I did. You can use like the white parchment paper. That's pretty see-through. Or if you have tracing paper. Tracing paper is something that I need to get. I mean, it seems like years ago you could buy it anywhere, and I can't find tracing paper anywhere, which I think is ridiculous. Okay, so we're just going to pop this in there where I think it should be. Glue that down. I almost went over too far. Just don't want it to get in your crease, that's all. You want to leave this crease free. So we'll put a little bit more there. Put a little there. Just to make sure my corners are glued. And make sure across my top is glued, and I think it is. Okay, and when we close this, that will be back there, so when we take our tag out, we can see something in there. And it's not just plain white paper. Let's see. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this shut. Let me just put this away and use my other glue. Okay, so there's that one. Well, you know what? I did that wrong. Let's open this. See, I knew I was going to do it right, and I didn't. Because this doesn't belong here. Okay, let me just fix it. Okay, so luckily I had another piece of paper about the same size, so I just cut it down to fit. Now, our paper, our background paper, is going to go on this side. So when it's closed, we can see our background paper. I mean, when the tag is not in there. And I'm going to make for sure in the description that I put bloopers included, because like the whole video is a blooper, but we're going to finish it anyway. So I used my glue eraser, got the glue off of the front of it, off of the front of this paper. So that other blooper on the first one, that one wasn't my only one of the day. But, you know, crafting is real and you make mistakes. At least anyways I do. Okay, so that's where our background paper goes. And let me just ink around my window really quick, because I already had the other one done. And of course, I'm not going to cut the bloopers out because I'm not good at taking stuff out. I generally erase my video when I try to do that. So, bloopers are good. Okay. Now we can glue our pocket shut. So I'm just going to glue down this side and across the bottom again. So see, if I wouldn't have had more of this paper, I could have just cut another piece of paper and used it, so no great loss. Just takes a couple minutes extra. All right, so there's our pocket, and there's our background without the tag in it. And this tag matches the other one. I already inked this one. So let's see what it looks like. So I think that's cute also. Very cute, very cute. And this tag is about 3 1/8 wide and about 4 3/8 long. So I think that's cute also. So if you have a lot of scraps, or you just want to make a match, that's good. All right, now on the bottom of this one, I'm going to glue a basket of flowers. I'm going to leave this part here without any glue on it. And then just put good cheer down here. And then we're going to put some gems on the little basket. So and you can make these up just to have them already made. You don't have to decorate them. Make sure that I don't have any glue in there. And I did. And then when you get ready to use them, then you can add your decorations. You can even wait on your tags until then, make your tags match whatever it is that you're using it in. We'll put good cheer there. And you can decorate up around the top and whatever you want to do. I'm just going to decorate on the bottom. Just want to make for sure that I got all that glue off. Yes, I did. Okay, so then over here, well, let me get my Fabri-Tac back out. Turn my bottle over and let it run down. Just going to add a green over here, just to put a little pizzazz over there, and then maybe one here and one here. And that'll probably be all. So as long as you glue your background paper in where it's supposed to be, you know, it really doesn't take that long. So it would be a good mass make, good scrap buster So let me know down in the comments what you think, and have you made them before? And you can also decorate your tags with whatever you want to put on them. I'm not going to put anything else on them right now. Like I say, you can make them bigger and you can make them smaller. Let's lay them on here. Just open this up and lay it out so you can see. And I really like this one with the lace. Now you could put, I thought about putting a parchment paper behind this one, but I thought I would just leave one where the window was just open. So let me know down in the comments what you think, and if you like my video, I just ask that you give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, I invite you to subscribe to my video, and I hope everyone comes back to see me for my next one, and until then, everyone, have a wonderful day and happy crafting. Bye for now.